Welcome to today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian and I am here to help you pass your IELTS exam. Welcome Carolina. Hi Ariadna, Golzoda. Good to see many students in the class ready to learn. Students, this is an IELTS listening class today, and we are going to be learning about a student who is catching up on some missed work and a discussion with their professor, and a lecturer talking about the famous dinosaur Tyrannosaurus Rex, also known as the T-Rex, and telling us facts about that animal rather than fiction. Students, this lesson is presented to you by aehelp.com for academic IELTS success. Visit us there. For the general IELTS, check us out at gieltshelp.com. These are our websites. They power these live classes. Our academic IELTS website looks like this. You can join the premium version of our course by clicking this big red button right there, just off to my left. It is a one-time payment for a lifetime access. We are an IDP affiliate, a British Council partner, and an IELTS test registration center. I'm a certified British Council agent. You are in great hands with us. We help thousands of students every single month to improve their English and pass their IELTS exams. General IELTS, gieltshelp.com. It's the green background. Again, click that big red button. It is a one-time payment, and we will be using these websites for our listening exercise today, using the exams there. Hi, Ibrahim, Tegareta, Tanaka, Sunita, Mal. So good to see so many students in the class ready to go. Those of you who are premium users, you get 2 extra live classes via Zoom each week, Thursdays and Fridays. And if you are not a premium user and you would like to check that out, follow this link and you'll see what those classes actually look like. You'll realize that, wow, yeah, paying 30 to 50 bucks US once in a life if you're doing the IELTS for 300 bucks US is definitely worth it to join the premium version of these online websites. Students, you can even use this code FUTURE10 for a 10% discount. Download our apps, link them to the websites, Academic IELTS Help, General IELTS Help. Each of those will link to their respective websites, Academic IELTS Help to aehelp.com and General IELTS Help to gieltshelp.com. And if you have questions, worry not. We are here to answer those questions for you about the IELTS, about English. You're welcome to ask us whatever you're thinking. Adrian at aehelp.com and admin at aehelp.com. Instagram, by the way, for those of you who are IG lovers, IELTS_AEhelp, GIELTS help. You can check out more socials there. Golzoda, how to increase listening skills. Practice active listening. That's what we're going to do today. Students, listening is improved not just by passive listening. Passive listening is okay. Passive listening is okay. This means you listen to music or podcasts or movies while doing other tasks such as washing dishes, painting toenails, etc. Okay, this is passive listening. Passive listening is, it's okay. It's not terrible. It's better than doing no listening in English, but it's not as valuable as active listening. For the IELTS, you have to do that. For IELTS, and to really improve, you need to do active listening. Okay, this means that you really pay attention to what you're listening. Okay, so you focus on the listening audio. You try to maybe predict the content. Based on the available knowledge. Okay, so like in today's listening, everybody, so we're doing this listening exercise here, and you can see this is, we're doing, by the way, everybody, we're doing part 3, part 4 today, so the 2 challenging listening parts. This is coming out of our second exam on the websites. And here in part 3, the first question is, why does the student go to see the professor? She has been ill in the hospital. She has been ill. She registered late. Okay. So A, B, or C. She has been in the hospital. She has been ill. She registered late. So even though we don't know which one is true here, it makes sense that the student probably missed some classes. So already in the real IELTS exam, students, if you see this material, so if you see this content, right? What do you think the audio is going to be about? So if you're, you know, when you're in the IELTS exam, and let's say you're looking at this, and you always get time to review the questions before you listen, and you see this information that, okay, this student missed some classes, they were absent from some classes, right? Then what kinds of information do you think might be in the audio, right? Like, what do you think this discussion will be about? So this is active. This is an active listening exercise. If a student goes to speak to a professor because he or she missed classes, what do you think they will talk about? Okay. So Mal says maybe they'll talk about, this is Mal's answer. I'll just copy it right in, Mal. Sure. Students, this is participate. It's not just a lecture here. You're participating. So Mal here for the answer says maybe they'll talk about administration for the university and student affairs. I don't know. With a professor talking about administration, maybe. I don't know. I think that's something that maybe the student would talk to the registrar about. Golzoda says maybe organizing extra lessons. Yeah, sure, that's possible, Golzoda. I think that's, yep, some makeup classes, maybe with an assistant professor. Sure. Yeah, Golzoda says maybe some chances to attend extra classes or sit in on other classes. Yeah, possibly. That's a good answer, Golzoda. Okay. Golzoda also says miss lessons. Well, we can tell somebody's getting ready for active listening. Golzoda, good job. This thumbs up here is going to be especially for Golzoda in the chat. Boom. Students, I am paying attention to the chat here. This is interactive, so yep, could be that. Okay. All right, Golzoda, rock on. Yes, love it. Okay. Hopping Up says the students may be running a little bit behind. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. All right. Alexander says, hi, Adrian. A student could ask for some materials. Absolutely. Alexander, like, do you have materials that I can review that I might have missed? I know I've done that in university. Right? Of course. So that's your active listening, right? As you're predicting. So try to predict the content. based on available knowledge. Focus on listening to the audio, not multitasking. Like if you're multitasking right now and you're listening to me right now, but you're doing other tasks as well, it's okay. It's passive listening, but are you really focusing? Right? You want to ask yourself that. And then C, another big part of active listening is visualize the content and include yourself. Okay. So another important part of active listening, like in today's material, we're going to listen to a professor talking about the famous dinosaur, Tyrannosaurus Rex. For those of you who are not sure what a T-Rex looks like, a T-Rex looks like this. Okay, that's the T-Rex there. Amazon's got a nice image of the T-Rex. There we go. Boom. That's your T-Rex. They're probably so big it doesn't even fit on the screen, right? So let's maybe shrink him down. Yeah, there we go. Maybe a little bit more. There's your T-Rex. So when you're listening to the audio about the T-Rex, you want to visualize it. Like, look at its tiny little hands. Its big, powerful teeth, and you want to include yourself. So when you're listening to this T-Rex audio, maybe imagine that you're a cowboy or a cowgirl that lived millions of years ago, and you are effectively riding this T-Rex. He'd probably be a lot smaller, but whatever. Let's imagine you're a giant human, and it's your pet T-Rex, Johnny. Hey, Johnny. Little Johnny. Here you go, Johnny. Johnny the T-Rex. You got your little survival backpack, and you're pretty happy. Okay, so there you are. You are on this T-Rex. Make it interesting, make it exciting, because your brain will work a lot better. Okay, listening is, of course, done with the ears, but it's truly done with the brain. So you want to use your brain. And Ariadna says, "Oh, like a movie, hiding, running." I don't know. They're so adorable. Look at them. Look at their big chicken feet. There, Ariadna. Why would you run from such a gorgeous looking creature with chicken feet? No, just kidding. Whatever works for you, okay? There's even a T-Rex emoji, everybody. That's how famous they are. Look at Carolina and Ariadna dropping those T-Rex emojis into the chat there for everyone. All right, students. So again, visualize. Okay, it's a very important part of active listening. So follow these steps when you're practicing for the IELTS, and you're going to do great. A, focus on the listening audio. B, predict the content. And C, visualize the content and include yourself. Okay, these are all strategies that you can learn on our website at aehelp.com. And also at gieltshelp.com. Students, it's a great idea to join these websites if you're looking to pass the IELTS. Spend about $30-40 US and do yourself a favor. Improve your English quickly. Don't sit the IELTS exams 3-4 times. Just sit it one time. And learn with the right materials all in one place. Click, click, click. Away you go. All right, students, we're going to get into the audio and this listening. That's why you've seen me put my headphones on. Again, we're using our website for this. We've got computer-based practice exams, full interactive course, and here we've got our audio. So let's jump in. Let's get in on this. Here we are. Everybody, don't put answers in the chat. Put them on another piece of paper somewhere. We'll go through the answers together after, okay? So this is CD2, it's exam 2, and listening audio 3. Here we go, everybody. 3, 2, 1, let's do this.
Now turn to section 3. Take some time to look at questions 21 to 26. Listening section 3. You will hear a student and her professor talking about their class. Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 26.
Come in, Laura.
Thanks a lot for making the time to see me, Professor Gorman. As I mentioned in my email, I've been very ill this past week, and missing the first week of school is not a good way to start the term.
Indeed, it's not a very good start at all, but I think you can overcome it. You had a good grade in my course last term, and I'm sure this absence is just a bump in the road as far as this term goes. Now, what would you like to discuss?
Well, I don't even have a syllabus, so maybe you could give me one and then we could go over it in some detail.
Yes, that would be sensible. Let me grab your syllabus. Here you go. As you see, the class meets each Monday and Thursday from 10 to 11:30 in room A313 of the Juliet building. Do you know where that is?
Yes, the Juliet building is right next to the Student Union building, correct?
Yes, that's right. Okay, so next are my office hours. I hold them each Monday and Wednesday from 2:30 to 4 in the afternoon. If these do not work for you, feel free to send me an email and we can make arrangements to meet at another time. Now, let's discuss the books you'll need. As you see on the syllabus, there are 2 books you'll need for this course. You need not purchase either of them, however, as there are several copies of each available in the library.
I like keeping my books for future reference, so I would prefer to buy both books. Are they available in the bookshop?
The first one is, but the second one must be purchased from Buster's Books. Do you know where Buster's Books is located?
Roughly, but do you have an address?
Yes. The address is 3419 Young Street in Brighton.
Right, I know where that is. Do you know how much the books cost, approximately?
I think the one at the university bookshop is about £20 and the one at Buster's is about £15. So that's a total of £35 for the 2 of them.
You now have some time to look at questions 27 to 30.
Let's do it.
Now listen to the rest of the discussion and answer questions 27 to 30.
Great. Can we talk a little about the coursework required?
Of course. There are 2 essays, 1 midterm exam and 1 final exam.
Wow, that's a lot of coursework.
Yes, but at this level I don't believe in just having 1 essay or 1 final exam determine your entire mark in a class. I like arranging it so that a student can have a chance to reflect on their ability and understanding of materials throughout the term.
That makes sense. So what are the percentages associated with each assignment and exam?
The first essay is worth 15%, the second is worth 25%, the midterm exam is worth 20%, and the final exam is worth 40%. Would you like to talk about the first essay? It is due next Friday.
Yes, could we?
Of course. The essay should be approximately 1,500 words and the topic must be chosen from the list.
And can I get a copy of the list?
There is one attached to your syllabus.
Right. So do we have to tell you what topic we are writing on beforehand?
No, it's all right. You only have to notify me if you want to do a topic that is not on the list.
Right. Is the essay due in class or can we submit it by email?
I will accept essays without penalty until midnight after the class it's due. So yes, you can submit it by email, hand it in during class or submit it to the department office. If you submit it to the office, make sure to get a timestamp put on it so that I can be sure the paper was submitted on time. And also, be sure to...
That is the end of section 3. You will now have half a minute to check your answers.
Okay, students, we're hopping back to the website here. Again, this is aehelp.com. Let me just put that in the chat for you in case you want to sign up and join our premium course or classes as well online. There it is in the chat. Just put it in there for everybody who's watching. And then we'll go through these answers together, everyone. I showed you some tips and tricks while we were actually doing the listening. Maybe you paid attention. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you're active listening. Maybe you're passively listening. Here we go, everybody. So number 21. Why does the student go to see the professor? Choose the correct letter, A, B, or C. A, she has been in the hospital. B, she has been ill. C, she registered late. Okay. We have somebody here with the Cyrillic. Who is that person? Saying B. Tanaka says B. Hoppanop says B. Mal says C. The correct answer is B. She has been ill. She says that I've been sick. How long? Students, here we go. Active listening bonus question. How long has she been sick? This is your chance to prove that you're active listening. Active listening. And this is how you can test your active listening, is ask yourself bonus questions. How long has she been sick? How long has she been sick? Very nice, Golzoda. Very good, Savage Bibo. Love it. Love the little shades. Cool face, Savage Bibo. 1 week. Yeah, nobody likes to miss a week of classes, right? Nicely done. Some people are active listening. Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, so first answer is B. Let's check out some of the other ones here. So here we have this form completion and or table completion. And in the left column, we've got the topics, so class times. When are the class times? Something in Thursday. Yeah, Monday. Make sure it's a big M, everybody. Use a little M, you'll get it wrong. Monday. Yeah, it was yesterday. Hopefully everybody had a good Monday yesterday. Yeah, Monday, 10 to 11:30. Numbers are easy to catch, so you're good to go. Location. Where is the class? Okay. It was a common name, a little bit tricky. Anybody catch it? Where's the class held? Yeah, very good, Alexander. I like how Alexander's using the French spelling. Juliet. Romeo and Juliet, for those of you who are into playwrights. Mr. Shakespeare, a very famous romance tragedy. Juliet Building or Juliet. Shanto, both are okay. So IELTS will give you marks for both of these spellings. Juliet. Unfortunately, hopping up Julia is not going to work because it's either Juliet with the French spelling or Juliet with the English spelling, but Julia is a different name. Okay. And then number 24 is actually the title that you're supposed to figure out. So this happens on Monday and Wednesday from 2:30 to 4. Now, even if you missed it, you could probably guess this with logic. Students, using logic in the listening is super valuable. Tanaka says, everybody, it's office hours. Office hours. Office hours. Make sure your spelling is good. H-O-U-R-S. Office hours. Yes, very good. Okay. So we had a little bit on the books here. Required books. Book one is available at the bookshop. How much does it cost? I even remember the professor saying the total is £35. So they gave you the answer a few times. They told you how much it cost, then they told you how much the total is, so you could still figure out that it's £20 if you missed it. So number 25 is just 20. Yeah. And book 2 is available at a bookshop called Something Books. Notice that capital B there, meaning the name. What's the name of that bookshop, everybody? Hopefully everyone got it. It's Buster's Books. Buster's Books. Buster's Books. Now you're going like, well, it's a name though. Like, how am I supposed to know how to spell that? Or how am I supposed to know how to write that down? Well, the IELTS might say, look, the word bust is an actual word in English. So you only need to hear the actual part buster and then belonging to buster. So busters. So you need to be able to spell words. Students, on the website at aehelp.com and at gieltshelp.com, so on both of our websites, you've got some bonus audio here at the end where you listen to numbers.
0, 1, 2.
You listen to months of the year.
January, February.
Listen to the imperial system.
Imperial system. Ounce. Pound.
Okay. So anyway, highly recommend listening to those, especially for those of you who have the premium package. It will help train your ears for those sounds, especially with the British English. Okay. So listen to that. All right. Let's do this. So we had a little bit of a break here. And then we had the coursework. First essay is 15%. Midterm is 20%. This is 40%. The three together are 75%. So 27 has to be 25. Right? You don't need the percent sign because you have it right here. So it's just simply 25. If you put percent sign, they could mark it wrong in the IELTS. When they give you the symbols, they do not want you to include it into your answer. So they only want to see the number. Okay. Because the questions say one word and or a number, or 2 words and or a number, not symbols in this case. But you can use symbols when they're not given. Okay. All right. And then this last one here is the final exam. Very good, sweetie, cutie, Aileen, and Alexander. Yes. I wasn't calling you sweetie, cutie, Alexander. I was saying sweetie, cutie, who's above you, Alexander. But you're a good guy. All right. So number 28, final exam. Yes. Does it need capital letters? Nah, not really. It's a common noun, but it's okay. All right. Number 29. How long should the first assignment be? Approximately. Because the professor says it should be approximately this long. Very good, Mal. Look how quick you are. Not 500 words, unfortunately, Golzode. It was 1,500 words. 1,500 words. Not letters or characters, not sentences, not paragraphs. 1,500 words. Okay. Very nice. Okay, and then this one is what's called an inference type question, where they give you a scenario like this. The student's class ends at 11:30 a.m. on the day the paper is due. Decide whether a paper is handed in on time or late. A, the student receives a late penalty. B, the essay is on time, no penalty. The paper is handed in at 5 p.m. the same day. dropped off at the department office with no timestamp received? Is it A, the student receives a late penalty, or B, the essay is on time? Yeah, the correct answer is A. Very good for those of you who got it. Yeah, and there's a very simple reason for this. There's no timestamp. The professor clearly said if you drop it off in the office after the class, you have to get a timestamp to make sure that I know it wasn't handed in late. Okay, so it's A. Okay, students, how did you do? What did you get out of 10? On part 3. Now this is part 3, keep in mind, so it's a little bit more challenging. Tanaka says 9 out of 10. Ibrahim says 6 out of 10. 9 is great. 6 is okay. Ibrahim. Medina, 7 is okay. Mal says not so good. Not so good. All right, Mal. Keep up the active listening practice, right? Hoppin' Up says 7 out of 10. That's not bad. So as long as you got 6 or more is okay, right? So 6 or greater, you're good. Right. Okay, students, let's do a bit more listening here on the T-Rex, on the dinosaur. Remember, everybody, you're riding the T-Rex in ancient times, and you're hunting down other dinosaurs. How exciting! Okay, let me put my headphones back on. Again, remember to put your answers elsewhere, not in the chat. Give everybody a fair chance to answer on their own. Everybody get ready for the final part of the listening, part 4. Here we go.
Now turn to section 4. Take some time to look at questions 31 to 40. Listening section 4. You will hear a lecture about the dinosaur Tyrannosaurus rex. Now listen carefully and answer questions 31 to 40.
Good evening, class. If you are registered for Anthropology 322, you are in the right place. Today we will be talking about the most famous of all dinosaurs, Tyrannosaurus rex, or T-Rex as it is commonly referred to. This dinosaur has a fearsome reputation, mainly due to popular culture films and books. In this class, we will be discussing the facts regarding the Tyrannosaurus rex, as opposed to its Hollywood depiction. Tyrannosaurus rex lived from approximately 80 to 65 million years ago. Of course, the reason it died out 65 million years ago is the same reason all of the dinosaurs died out at that time: a massive asteroid which hit the Earth and destroyed almost all life. The period in which the Tyrannosaurus rex lived is known as the Late Cretaceous period. This reality is in contrast to fictional portrayals, which often cast the T-Rex as living in the Jurassic period. In fact, T-Rex did not come to be until 65 million years after the end of the Jurassic period. Tyrannosaurus rex was a meat-eater, but it is not entirely clear whether it killed its own prey or if it merely scavenged the prey of other dinosaurs. In our minds, we imagine T-Rex fighting to the death with other dinosaurs, but it is not known for sure whether this is the truth. Tyrannosaurus rex was a large dinosaur. Not nearly the largest, mind you, but still large by any standards of modern-day wildlife. The dinosaur's length was approximately 12 metres, its height could reach 6 metres, and it weighed anywhere between 5 and 7 tonnes. That weight is the equivalent of about 80 average-sized human beings. If humans had been around back then, we would have been the perfect size for an afternoon snack. The location of T-Rex fossils discovered is very interesting. They have been found in western North America, as far south as Texas and as far north as Alberta, and they have also been found in eastern Asia, mainly in Mongolia. How is this possible? How can fossils be found in such different regions of the world? The answer is what geologists call continental drift. The continents have not always been in the same location. They have shifted, and around the time of T-Rex, Western North America and Eastern Asia were connected. This explains perfectly the discovery of the fossils in the different locations. One of the more well-known interesting facts about Tyrannosaurus rex is that it had extremely short arms. They measured only about 1 metre long, which is very short when you consider the size of the dinosaur. To put such small arms in perspective, it would be as if humans had arms that measured only 10 centimetres. What use would they be? Well, that is one of the questions that has led scientists to believe that T-Rex was a scavenger and not a predator. It is very difficult to believe that it could have been an effective predator, with arms being so important for hunting. Another fact that leads scientists to believe T-Rex was a scavenger was its extremely strong sense of smell. This enabled T-Rex to smell carcasses over long distances, giving it a big advantage as a scavenger. On the other side of the argument, T-Rex had very large serrated teeth, which would have been perfect for tearing through the tough skin of other dinosaurs. If T-Rex was a pure scavenger, it may not have required such teeth. Another interesting point about their teeth was that they were replaceable over time. Unlike humans, who grow only 2 sets in a lifetime, T-Rex's teeth could be replaced over and over throughout a lifetime. Again, this is evidence that they were, at least in part, likely predatory.
That is the end of section 4. You will now have half a minute to check your answers.
Check those answers, students, in that half minute. We'll go through them together. Just always follow the instructions of the audio, students in the real IELTS. Don't deter from that. They're giving you good instructions. Let me just slow down the audio on our website. Boom, there we go. We've taken it to a halt. Again, for those of you wondering where is this coming from, it's coming from our websites, aehelp.com, gltshelp.com. We have professionally developed exams for you and professional help for you to pass your IELTS exam, like these students here. Let's go through these answers together now to get a good idea of what was said. Okay. So question 31 here, one question, which of these events happened 65 million years ago? 1, the dinosaurs became extinct. 2, Tyrannosaurus rex came into existence. 3, Tyrannosaurus rex died out. 4, a large asteroid hit the Earth. Is it 1 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, meaning all of them, or is it 1, 3, and 4? A, B, or C? Savage Bob says B. Hoppinop says, I think it's C. Adam says, I think it's A. It was C. Okay, the correct answer is C in this case. The dinosaurs became extinct, yes. Why did they become extinct? Because a large asteroid hit the Earth, so 1 and 4 for sure. Tyrannosaurus rex died out, of course. It's also a dinosaur, so check, check, and check. Tyrannosaurus rex came into existence? No. Tyrannosaurus rex came into existence well before that happened. Okay. All right. So correct answer there is C. Number 32. Tyrannosaurus rex lived during which time? A, Jurassic period. B, late Cretaceous period. C, late Triassic period. Correct answer there is B, late Cretaceous period. Okay. All right. How tall was the Tyrannosaurus rex? 12 meters tall? Ooh. 6 meters tall or 7 meters tall? What do you think? Yeah, it was B again. It was 6 meters tall. A bonus question, everybody. How heavy was the T-Rex? Again, let's see who's doing some active listening. Very good. Yeah. 5,000 to 7,000 kilograms. It's a big boy or a big lady, right? It's a big boy or a big lady. Wowzers. Imagine arm wrestling that beast. Mind you, it had little arms, so yeah, we can maybe beat it in an arm wrestle. Sounds like its arms were wimpy. Okay. So, good active listening for many of you. Tanaka, Adam, very nice. Medina, a little off. Ariadna, 5 to 7 tons. Yeah, very good. Okay, the theory which explains why fossils are found in very different regions of the world is called what? They gave you this theory a couple of times, actually. They mentioned it. And if you know it, that's going to be very helpful. It's continental drift. Continental drift. Watch the spelling. Yeah, it means the continents are moving, right? Asia, North America, Europe, Australia, they're floating around. And they're shifting. Okay. Then we had another table completion. In tables, students always really pay attention to the titles of the columns. So here it's evidence, implication, conclusion. So evidence is the proof, implication is the utility, like its function, and then conclusion is the assumption or the inference of what that was, right? For the conclusion, all you have to do is figure out if it's scavenger or predator. Scavenger means an animal that finds food, like other dead animals, for example. A vulture is a good example of a scavenger. A crow is a good example of a scavenger. Or is it a predator, like a tiger or a lion that hunts its food, right? So that's what you have to figure out. The evidence is here. It had extremely something arms, and a lot of you say, I think it had extremely short arms. Yeah, you're right. Short, S-H-O-R-T. So here, the conclusion is that it was maybe a scavenger, right? Don't misspell that. You have the word right here, so make sure you spell that correctly. And then strong sense of smell, able to detect carcasses from long, what's 37? Medina, Mall, Uzgame almost, an S is missing. Notice everybody how distance is countable. It's distances with an S. Very good. So maybe it was a scavenger, right? That's why crows and vultures are so good at it, because they can look from above and look for dead animals. I actually saw 3 crows scavenging a dead squirrel yesterday when I was driving. And then large serrated teeth. Large serrated, like a serrated knife, means like this. Like shark. Like shark teeth. Okay. Able to tear through tough skin. Very good, yes. Now, if it was able to do that, it was probably maybe not a scavenger, but maybe a predator. Right? So IELTS is trying to be helpful here. They're giving you the answer below, and often you'll find this. So, predator, yeah. Okay. And there was another interesting fact about the Tyrannosaurus Rex teeth. What does, you know, what was that? What was interesting about the teeth? They were replaceable. Very good. Replaceable. Yeah. Okay. They did not have to be careful. It's a predator. So there you go. There's all the answers there for you. Now I'm going to give you one more fun fact here about the name. So this animal is called the Tyrannosaurus Rex, right? What do you think the Rex means? What does Rex mean? Let's see how many of you know Latin. Something fun for those who are advanced in English and go, you know what, that's right, Nyan, it means king. So it was the Tyrannosaurus king, the king of the dinosaurs. These days we call the lion the king of the animals, right? In the ancient times, it was the T-Rex, the crowned one. Tyrannosaurus Rex. Yes. Very good. Very good. Okay. Students, add up your scores for those of you who were here last week as well. You can add those scores up also. If you've got your total score, you can go to our website and you can go to aehelp.com / score calculator. And let's do that again. aehelp.com / score. I don't want to do it through Google here. Dash calculator. And you can get to this from our website, of course, as well. But I thought I'd just give you the URL. And you can calculate your score. So in the listening section, if you got 23, it's a band 6. If you got 32, you got a 7.5. Okay. So check out your score on the website. Adam Sean says, I got 33. 33 is a 7.5. Zohidulo says, I got 34. Okay, 34 is still a 7.5. Alesker says, what about 36? 36 is a band 8. There you go. Let's see 35. 35 is a band 8. So the 34, 35, that's where it changes. Ishmael says, I got 21. How about that? 21 is a 5.5. Okay. Nyan, 37 is an 8.5. There you go. Okay. Tanaka, 32 is a 7.5. There you are. Okay, students, so again, all of these listenings materials are coming from aehelp.com. Click the big red button to join the premium version of the course. It is a one-time payment for lifetime access. General IELTS, it's gieltshelp.com. You're going to do great if you join these courses and get all of our practice exams and materials. There's over 100 hours of learning. Let me just put that in the chat for you. aehelp.com /course. All right, there you go. And if you join the full course, you get 2 extra live classes each week, Thursdays and Fridays. Okay, so make sure to join sooner than later. Don't make it a last-minute decision. And tomorrow we will have speaking for everybody right here on YouTube. And then on Thursday we'll have reading through Zoom for premium users, and we'll have speaking through Zoom for premium users on Friday. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Carolina, thank you for moderating the chat. It's so awesome to have you with us always. Nyan, Ibrahim, those who were actively listening and participating, 2 thumbs up. Have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday, and we'll see you tomorrow, Wednesday, for speaking, everybody. Much love to all of you, wherever you are in the world today. I'm Adrian, and I'm signing out from beautiful British Columbia, capital city, Victoria, here on the west coast of Canada. Bye, everybody.